Dominic Attard from Lexus in Cardiff, who we've known each other for quite a long time. We met Intrabiz networking, and we're going to have a little chat about business, about cars, Lexus, and pivoting during the lockdown, that sort of thing. So how are you doing today, Dominic? You okay?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike. It's brilliant, mate. Glad to be back in the office after quite a while off work.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, when you're busy, it can be quite boring, can't it, when you're not doing much at home, you know?
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no worries at all. Thanks for coming on. And the first place I usually like to start with people is how's the lockdown been for them? And if they've done any particular pivoting during that time. Now, I do get a lot of business owners on my podcast, so obviously things are a little bit different, you know, with yourself. I know you'd like to be the owner of Lexus, but you're working your way up, not quite there yet. So what's it been like for you, you know, from an employee point of view and all of that sort of thing?
Yeah, sure. Well, been back now since the 1st of June, so sort of still, you know, getting back into it. It's quite a different business to the one that we left back in March. So it was sort of the last week of March, all quite sudden for us to close. We had a couple of the operations directors just sort of running things in the background for when it was sort of safe for us to start coming back to work and regrouping really. So we're just just getting back used to the way everything works and the new way of doing things. We've changed the business quite a lot, which is why I'm coming on to talk to you today. We're looking at communicating with people in different ways. So this is another opportunity for us to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And like you said, you know, the business is a different business now, coming back to it, just like the world is a different world now. And, you know, quite rightly, I think you exploring the online avenues, the online opportunities where you can, you know, connect with potential customers and existing customers and all of that is definitely the right move. I know Lexus obviously traditionally has been seen as maybe a brand where people who are a little bit older go towards. You know, it's one of those, you know, once you're quite successful in life, you know, you tend to gravitate towards a successful high-end brand like Lexus. And so obviously maybe some of your clientele wouldn't have been that technical before the lockdown. But my guess is obviously, you know, that's just a bit of a sweeping statement, and you have different age customers, I know.
Sure.
But some of those clients would not have been very technical savvy beforehand. And obviously a lot more of them now, as a percentage, are going to be using the internet and the online stuff a lot more. Obviously, the business side of your customer base, I guess, was all tech savvy anyway, you know, but it's a bit of the other side maybe, you know, where I think people are going to be, you know, looking for lots of different places to try and buy stuff than what they used to before.
Yeah, well, it's funny you should say it, really. I mean, we were quite surprised how quickly that our customers were able to buy into the different technology, things like Zoom. We're using Zoom for some one-to-one meetings and showing our customers our cars using video technology, and we were really surprised to see how quickly they were able to pick it up and run with it, really. So it's been a lot easier as a transition than we thought it would. And there are quite a few older customers that we've got, the point out, and they're brilliant, better than sort of some of the younger customers, to be perfectly honest. It's been interesting to see how quickly they've adapted, so we're quite pleased with that.
Yeah, definitely. So tell us a little bit about what sort of cars you got on offer at the moment, what sort of deals you got, all that sort of thing.
Yeah, so coming back into it now, looking at sort of what customers have been asking, we track it over a longer period of time, really, and we've sort of noticed over the last couple of years the smaller SUV markets are not quite full, the full SUV, but sort of the crossover market, something that's a little bit higher off the ground, that's easy to park in and around town. I think people want a little bit of everything, it's got to be sort of multi-use vehicles. So we've been looking and concentrating on stocking those types of vehicles, as opposed to the traditional saloons that people have had in the past. People are sort of looking at other utility vehicles as well now. So just trying to keep a variety of stock and a little bit of something for everyone. But certainly that's the sort of part of the market in general. This seems to be growing.
Yeah, and obviously I know you do like hybrid fuel systems as well, so that's sort of a bit of everything. People are, consumers are spoiled these days. They've been able to have whatever they want. They don't have to necessarily choose between, one thing and another, or one type of fuel and another. They can sometimes get a bit of both and just see which one suits them for whichever situation they're in, in their life at the time.
Absolutely. I mean, historically, petrol and diesel vehicles have been really popular. People are sort of thinking about moving over to electric vehicles now, and there are full electric vehicles on the market. But perhaps a little bit like myself, I like to sort of dip my toe in first to kind of see if I like it and what it's all about. And I think our sort of Lexus hybrid drive, so it's part electrically driven, but you've still got the engine and the fuel to fall back on. So it's like dipping your toe in the water. It's a move in that direction to full electric, which is, we kind of anticipate that's going to be a big chunk of the market, along with hydrogen fuel cell. That's another growing. That's a growing market as well. But we think if you're just looking to dip your toe in, it's a good starting point.
Yeah, sure. A lot of people are worried about the infrastructure of just a pure electric car at the moment, because obviously, there's still a lot more petrol pumps than there are electric, charge points, etc. And I know some people, like you see them around in the streets now, where people have got, those big charging things going out of their houses and stuff. And I just think until there's better infrastructure, I think the sort of put your toe in the water and go greener, but still, have, the infrastructure to support in, the different sort of platforms, if you like, is where most people, I think, are still more comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, it's certainly a good start. I mean, lots of businesses in and around South Wales, the businesses are sort of having dedicated charging points at their place of work, and if you've got a drive and you're able to have a plug-in point there, then it does suit some people for the type of mileage that they do. But I suppose it's horses for courses. Some people are doing a lot of motorway miles where it might not be convenient if they've got a national role that they're having to cover a large territory. Some people sort of have it as a perk to have a company car, might not be doing very many business miles, and it's good for their benefit in kind. So, yeah, we're kind of in the middle at the moment. We are going to be moving into a full plug-in electric as well as an option next year, which is it's called the UX. It's our crossover SUV. So we will be going into that from early next year, from January next year. So that will be an option. But we still do the self-charging hybrid as well. So we've got to have a little bit of something for everyone, like you say.
Yeah, and talking about that, something for everyone. What sort of deals, what sort of cars or deals, what size car and price range and sort of monthly pricing, etc. have you got at the moment? Are there some fantastic deals now the showroom and everything's open back up again?
Yeah, so we're back up open. So we've got people coming in, but we do a lot of, like I said, we're doing a lot of video calls, and we're able to sort of show our customers the walk-arounds of the cars and what they do, and to get a bit of a feel for it. some of the deals that we've got now, there's obviously a new plate that's going to be coming next month. So we've got deals where we do the deposit contribution. So at the moment, you finance a new Lexus through us. We're able to offer up to £2,000 deposit contribution. I mean, you know, we supply brand new cars from as little as £250 a month. So it's all perception, I suppose. You know, when people think of a prestige brand, they think it's a lot of money. So when you start looking into it in a bit more detail, you know, Lexus is becoming a brand that, you know, we're able to sort of have something for everyone. So yeah, lots of different.
I know as well you have you offer a lot of perks, you know, with the people who buy your cars. You know, there's lots of sort of added extras, customer service benefits, all that sort of thing. Do you want to go and explain a little bit about some of that?
Yeah, sure. So I think, you know, with Lexus, we're probably one of the best kept secrets. We like to think of ourselves as a special club, you know, like a family. So some of the things our customers currently enjoy is that we're partners with a local golf club up in St. Nicholas, Cottrell Park. So our customers are able to book a free round of golf for them and their friends. And you know, that costs them absolutely nothing. They can take their clients or some friends and relax for a round of golf. But we also have a park and ride scheme here. So we work with John Lewis and the Marriott in the city centre of Cardiff, and our customers will call us up, bring their cars down to us. We drop them into John Lewis or the Marriott with free tea and coffee vouchers. They go off and do their shopping whilst we clean their car, and then we pick them up when they're finished, and that's all free of charge. So, and there's nothing that's really off the table. You know, we've got one customer that likes to fly out of Cardiff Airport, and he leaves his car with us. We drop him up to the airport with his luggage and pick him up when he's back. So there's lots of different things that we do, and I suppose nothing is off the table. We'll you know, we aim to please. And so the last couple of years, I mean, this year we were recognised as one of the top 10 dealers in Europe. We won the Kawami Award, which is a really prestigious award. And you know, we look after our customers, and that's one of the reasons that we were able to pick up the award. So yeah, we were really happy to be able to have something to show for the customer service we give as well.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And I know we mentioned earlier we met at Intrabiz, and you know, Intrabiz is we've been both networking there for a long time, and I know actually Intrabiz owners Paul and Tracy drive Lexuses, and they love them. So that's a feather in the cap for you there. And I know you do some fantastic deals as well. And I know obviously Intrabiz members do engage with my content a lot on socials and the podcast and the YouTube channel, etc. So for those members, I'm aware you offer an Intrabiz deal. Do you want to just disclose that, share that a bit?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we've been part of the Intrabiz network now for almost 8 years. And I think, like you say, it's all about the people you've got around you, really, and being present in the local community and finding out about the sort of people and businesses in the area. Through Intrabiz, we've met, and some of the collaborations that we're doing now with the Park and Ride and the Marriott and everything else, they're all relationships that people have networking. So, you know, we've sort of kept at it, and you know, we've been in there for a while. It doesn't happen overnight, and it takes time to get to know people, and for people to like you and to want to give you the opportunity. So, you know, we've been in it for a long time, and we think that's where the successes come, by sort of, you know, keeping with it and not giving it a chance to work and getting to know all the members. And not only have we done, really well in supplying the members with new cars. We've looked at our suppliers as well, and when we come to spend money, we also look in our network, and we look at Intropi's members and people that we've met there, and look at using their services as well. So it's a two-way street, really. But yeah, we recognise that by sort of sticking with the network and saving money on some of our advertising costs and looking at word of mouth, we offer like an affinity program. So Lexus, we've put together special deals for Intropi's members. So both ourselves and Lexus UK can sort of see where these leads are being generated from, and by sort of buying it through the networking group, they're able to support us, so you can enjoy a bigger discount or a deposit contribution of some sort.
Yeah, it's a bit like a mini buying group, if you like. All of the people in the network get us connected together so that they get a better rate because they're buying in larger quantities, if you like.
And yeah, absolutely, through a consortium. So that's exactly how we've managed to set it up, and we sort of try and practice what we preach. So we ask the members just to give us a chance if they're in the market for a new car, just the opportunity, just for us to sort of show them what we can do. And then on the other hand, then we go back and look to the network for when we're shopping and when we need things as well.
Yeah, well, that's a key network. I cover networking tips and advice on my podcast and on the YouTube channel. And I think I'm currently doing a series called the A to Z of Networking. And I think my C covered the circle of networking. I call it the circle of life. And that's actually everyone going around and buying from the group in order to sell to the group, because that's what keeps the revenue flowing through the group and through the circle. And if you go outside of the group to someone else, then that revenue then comes out to the group. It's like an economy, if you like. It's like a small economy, and once the money goes out the economy, it goes everywhere else then.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it doesn't, you always tend to sort of shop around and sort of get an idea of what the price is going to be, but it's not all to do with the price. So we do look, it is all about, we like to buy from people that we know, and that we've met and we've networked with for a while, and it's somebody that that you can sort of rely on, that deliver what you need. So yes,
that's the other good thing about dealing with people from a network, is that everyone talks, if you like, so everyone has to be on their best behavior. So not everyone are award-winning customer service practitioners like yourself, but you sort of get a feeling if they've been in a network for a while, they must be delivering good customer service, because people will talk about them otherwise, like, you know what I mean? So you gotta sort of front up and show up. And it's like, if I get a call from anyone in the network regarding any business I'm doing, they'll always be top priority, like, above any other, client that I'm dealing with, because they're the network and they're my friends and family, and they're the people I want to put to the top of the priority list before anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
Good. So just as a sort of separate matter, we covered quite a lot about the business and all the different things you offer. What did you manage to fill your time up with during the lockdown period? Because I know you're an avid golfer, but obviously, that wasn't on for a while. So what did you manage to do with your time?
No, it was funny actually, because the first date that you were able to play golf in Wales was the 1st of June, and that was my first day back to work. So I didn't manage to play any golf, which I'll try and catch up with that sometime. But I suppose a lot around the house, a lot of DIY. There's a lot of stuff that I've been promising to my better half for a long time, and saying when I get around to it and when I've got a bit of time. So there was no excuse really. We kind of got an idea that we were going to be locking down with everything going on, and so I took the opportunity to get a lot of paint and wood and all the other bits and pieces. So yeah, I was quite busy over lockdown. It was quite nice to get back to work and be in the office as opposed to building something, fixing something, or painting something.
Yeah,
So
fair enough.
yeah.
Fair enough. And obviously, people like to do business with people they know. They've obviously got to know you now. People they like as well, and people they trust. Obviously, you'll work on the trust as they get in touch with you and you build that relationship. The liking bit often is what people have in common with you as well. Like, so when you're not on the golf course, and obviously most business people, like to get on the golf course, especially the males. But what else do you like to do in your sort of spare time when you're not golfing and you're not providing fantastic Lexuses to people?
Yeah, well, to be honest, we're always really busy in work. So when I'm outside of work, I'm pretty boring, I guess. We spend time with the family. We've got 4 children between us, so there's always somebody around that we need to either be cooking for or cleaning up after, or we like to just relax, go out for a long walk, or go and take in some of the sights. We're lucky to live in such a beautiful part of the world. So, we try and enjoy every day and not do anything sort of too strenuous, to be honest.
Yeah, brilliant. And yeah, it's like you say, Wales is a great place to explore. It's a great place to go for walks and all that sort of thing. So yeah, you don't have to. Life's quite simple. You can enjoy it, without having to do too much, don't you? But I heard some rumours as well. You don't mind a bit of karaoke from time to time.
Yeah, karaoke, I suppose, is my favourite pastime, really. Yeah, I'm always, any invites, I'm always up for a little sing song. It's actually how I met my partner, actually, funny enough, singing karaoke, which
Yeah.
was sort of 4 years ago now, so time does fly. But yeah, a bit of karaoke, and more recently cooking. I think everyone's learned how to bake during lockdown, so we're baking bread and making pasta and pizza, and yeah, I suppose I've become a slightly better cook. Not so many microwave meals or pot noodles anymore. Sort of in the real world in cooking grown food.
Fair enough, fair enough. And how do people get in touch with you if obviously they want to find out more about Lexus, or they want to connect with you for whatever reasons? How do they get in touch with you?
Sure. So showroom's back open now. Actually, we've had to sort of redesign the showroom to make it sort of COVID compliant, and making sure that all the staff here are completely aware of what we need to be doing, face mask, and making sure both staff and the customer is safe. We do have sort of limited seating for people to come and visit, so we monitor sort of the amount of customers that are going to be joining us in the showroom at any given time. We monitor sort of the average time spent in the dealership, what they're visiting for, who they're going to be speaking to, and whether they're going to be sort of bringing any additional members of the family with them. So it's something that we look at, but we've also sort of had to move with the times. So we do video consultations on Zoom, we do walk around videos for the cars. We're more active on YouTube as well. So we've got a Lexus YouTube channel. So with some of the customers that might have some some of the usual inquiries, such as pairing up their mobile phone, connecting with their car. We've got sort of how-to videos for all of those. So we've got quite a bit of content now on YouTube to sort of answer a lot of questions that we may have done if they were to come into the showroom. So yeah, trying to sort of use all of the technology that's available to us, and I suppose we've become a lot more efficient as well. So we've learned how to be a bit more efficient, so we get more done as well.
Yeah, good. So I suppose they can get in touch on the website as well, and directly with you on LinkedIn as well.
Absolutely. We're on all of the social platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We also do video calls and consultations via Zoom, or you can make an appointment to come and visit us in the showroom, where we're sort of wearing the correct PPE, and we offer, sort of some more limited services just to ensure that we're making sure our customers are safe.
Yeah. Okay. Brilliant. All right then, Dom. Well, that's all good information. So I'm sure at the same time as me putting this on my YouTube channel and also putting it on my podcast, I'll see if I can grab a couple of those Lexus videos and put them in a playlist, because I've got like Welsh business playlists and Welsh business news and stuff like that. And I like to sort of share, my connections, my networking contacts. I like to share their content to my audience as well, because it's